Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda and today I have for you my very first original tag. This is a tag that is about braids and books. So I am cleverly calling it the Braids and Books tag. So basically I have 6 prompts, 6 different styles of braids that I am going to probably speed through and do while I talk about the book that I feel like it relates to. So without any more rambling, let's go ahead and get started on that. The first prompt in this tag is the classic braid, and this is the favorite that everybody knows. So your favorite classic book. And for me, my favorite classic for quite some time now has been Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. This is a book I was supposed to read in high school that I never got around to finishing, but then I actually watched the PBS Masterpiece Theater version of this movie and fell head over heels for it. So I decided to give the book another try and absolutely loved it. So this for quite some time has been my favorite classic. The second prompt for this tag is the French or Dutch braid, and this is the braid that you just keep adding pieces to. So, I mean, what books do we always add to? Series, of course. So, your favorite series. And for this one, I am going with a series that probably a lot of people read in their teenage years, but I didn't read until last year, and that is the Sisterhood series, which is all of the books in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. It was such a fun book series to me, just reading about the friendships and the adventures they go on, and you know, their first loves and how they grow up and end up growing apart a little bit but still try to maintain that really strong relationship that they all have together. So that for me was just a really fun series to read through from start to finish, and it's one that I definitely think about quite often. The third prompt for this tag is the Fishtail Braid, and that is the pretty simple braid that just takes a lot of patience and time getting those small pieces across. So for this, the book-related question is your favorite tome or book over 500 pages, and I am going with The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This is a book that I actually listened to on audiobook, and it was an over 30-hour long audiobook. This copy is probably somewhere near 730 to 50 pages. They're also like super thin pages. But this is a contemporary book that follows a kid who goes through some rough things in life. So we just kind of grow up with him from his early teenage years into adulthood and just kind of follow how life events have impacted him and what he does as a result of that. So this is a quite long book, quite long audiobook, but it was very good in the end. The fourth prompt is the Waterfall Braid, and this is the slightly confusing braid until you get a hang of it. And for this, I thought of a book that took me just a little bit of time and a couple chapters to get into. And for me, this was definitely Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which coincidentally is my favorite Harry Potter book. The first chapter, when can't say that, that's spoilers. So the first chapter was quite a long chapter, and it took me a while to process what was really going on. We were introduced to a new character. It didn't start out with Harry, so at first I was just really confused and just didn't understand the point of it. Now I do, obviously. But yeah, this is definitely a book that it took me probably 2 or 3 times to get through that chapter before I really grew to love this story. So this is my Waterfall Braid book. Prompt number 5 is the side twist, and this is kind of a faux braid, but it counts anyway. It's one of my absolute favorites, and it literally takes like probably a minute. But this is a braid that you twist your hair one way all the way down until the nape of your neck, and then you have to twist it the opposite way and then twist it the same way, and somehow it magically holds. I really don't know the physics behind it, but I don't really need to know. It's a braid that looks fantastic. So this is a book that had a really interesting plot twist. And for this, I am going with Illuminae. So the Illuminae Files is a 3-book series written by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And the Illuminae is the first book in the series. So this follows 2 sets of characters, or two main characters, not 2 sets. One set of characters, a boy and a girl. I don't remember their names. I think Ezra's the boy. I don't remember the girl's name. It's been a couple of months and weeks and stuff since I've read it. But basically, they have to escape their planet on these spaceships, and there are, I believe, 3 of them when it starts out, and things start happening. There's artificial intelligence involved, and again, things happen. This is a really interesting format. If you don't know already, it's kind of written as case files. I listened to this on audiobook and I thought it was really great. It has a full cast of narrators and the sound effects are really wonderful, but I know the physical copy is great as well because there are a lot of diagrams and such like that. So this is a book that definitely had a really interesting plot twist towards the end, and I didn't see it coming, so it was a good one. Prompt number 6, and the last prompt for this tag, is the 5-strand braid, and this is the braid that has, as its name says, 5 strands. A lot of different strands that you have to keep track of, and as you'll see, I did not do very well. This is the first time I have successfully done this braid, and even then it kind of looks not fantastic. But this is a book that is told from many different characters' points of views. And for this, I am going with A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I have all 5 published books out right there behind me. And they're books that are lengthy in size. It's a long series. And there are also a ton of different characters' points of view. So you not only have just a lot of characters in the story anyway to keep track of, but you also have the different scenes and things that are happening told from different people's points of views that you have to keep track of, and when in time they're happening and how they kind of correspond with other events and those sorts of things. So I figured that series was perfect for this 5-strand braid question. So that is it for this tag. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and feel free to do this however you so choose. I decided to do each of these braids. If you just want to post a picture, if you just want to talk about the braid, however you want to do it, make it your own. And please do leave your videos linked down in the comments below so I can go watch them as well. I look forward to seeing what you all answer for each of these categories, and I just hope you all have a lot of fun with this tag. It was a lot of fun for me to create, and I would love to see a lot of different people do it. So that is it for right now, and I will chat with you down in the comments until my next video. Bye!